So I'm not gonna lie, I'm making this video because tomorrow I have an English language competition. We call them Olympiads here in Romania. And it's the municipal phase, the city phase. Like every single person from every single sector of Bucharest is going to go to a certain university and participate there. I'm 8th grade, I'm participating against everyone that is in 8th grade. My teacher just sent me the list of candidates, of participants, and it's in the hundreds. So obviously I'm feeling a little bit desperate because I didn't expect it to be that large. I knew that it was going to be, I don't know, at least 100, but the massive list I received today absolutely shocks me. But it doesn't really matter. And I'm going to try my best to tell you why I think that. If I get only 6 kids will pass to the next phase, to the national phase, which will be organized, which is being organized kind of close to the Delta Dunăre, if you've heard of it. It goes through Romania and through more of the Balkan countries, more of the countries on the Balkan Peninsula. Whatever. Only 6 children from Bucharest out of those hundreds on the list are going to pass. Now, personally, even though I run a YouTube channel in English, even though I'm getting close to my 700th or, I don't know, 650th video in English, including shorts, yeah, whatever. I've recorded 100 or more long-form YouTube videos in English, whatever. I still don't really have anything to do with English. My father comes from the north of Spain and my mother comes from the north of Romania. They just randomly met in Iași, which is where my mother was born. So English, I was destined, I was programmed, and you can see this in like one of my most popular videos about how you should be proud about your accents. About your accents. I have multiple accents because every time I switch between the language, I change accent as well, but whatever. I wasn't genetically programmed to be good at English. I'm good at Spanish and Romanian, or at least I'm supposed to be. At least that's what God what Mother Nature, God intentioned me to be good at. But hey, I'm still the one that chooses whether I pass to the national phase or not. Why? Because if you get a 100 on that test, it's pretty likely that other 5 kids won't actually get that 100. It's pretty likely that you will be among the only ones that actually gets a perfect score at that test. And this is like especially relevant if you're also a student and are participating in competitive exams. Those things are both the bane and the love of my existence. The love of my life and the bane of my existence. Last year, I went to the Spanish Olympics. It's a lot more niche. In the city phase, there were a max of 50 kids from what I remember participating. So, you get the idea. What I'm doing is pretty hard. It's pretty despair-inducing, I would say. Especially because there are native names. Last year, I saw Smith, I saw Black, I saw basically the black and white. I saw black and white, yeah. Black, white, Smith, Jefferson, whatever. Stuff like that. American names. I don't know if I saw anything from the United Kingdom, but whatever. English names that belong to people who clearly have English or American or Australian parents. This year, I have also seen the names of the exact same kids. Do I feel deterred? Am I scared? A little bit. But it's still in my control whether or not I have studied hard enough, whether or not I will do good enough tomorrow in order to get that 100, those 100 points, and inevitably pass. So even in competitive exams, even when you're just face to face with other people and you're like rabid dogs fighting over a raw piece of meat, it's still kind of your choice whether you win or not. I this sounds kind of arrogant because, of course, who knows if I will pass? Who knows if like the composition at the end, the story that I need to write is going to be good enough? Who knows if my pen just runs out of ink in the middle of the exam and I just completely piss myself because of that? Who knows? But if you're a child that is going through competitive exams who needs to pass through a competitive exam, remember, it is your choice, because there is a maximum amount of points that you can get, and yeah, if you get it, most likely you will pass. And this, I don't want to like niche. I don't want this to be too niche of a video. I'm making it for myself, quite honestly. And I also want to post it onto YouTube because I like rhetoric, I like speaking English, and I like showing my work. But whatever you are doing, whenever you actually need to go head to head with another human being that is maybe a little bit better than you, a little bit more genetically gifted than you, it's still your choice whether or not you will win. Whether or not you will win. Because you can do the best thing ever. And as Alex Hormozi says, I do what it takes, not my best. Your best, who knows? Out of the 100 points that I can gain tomorrow, maybe my best is a 95, which is like the minimum requirement for even passing to the national. Most kids will most likely be passing with a 98. But the best, doing what it takes, the best, would be a 98, would be a 99, would be a 99.5, would be a 100. And because a lot of young people watch my channel, most of the people that watch my channel are young people, and most of the people that watch my channel are ambitious, are going toe-to-toe, head-to-head, face-to-face with other people that are better than them or just as good as them, or maybe even a little bit inferior, but they still don't realize it. Retain this, keep this in your mind. Just keep this in your mind. It's your choice whether you win or not. It's in your control. Because as Stoicism has taught us, we need to differentiate between what we can control and what we can't control. If you can't control the literal meaning of your life, and if the meaning of your life is, for example, pretty much anything that requires ambition, I don't know, being really good at Spanish, I don't know, learning as much Spanish as possible, helping other people improve themselves, there will be competitors, and there will be people competing for that exact meaning. I don't know if that makes sense, but in order to have the best resources, for example, to learn Spanish or to learn about African American literature, I don't know, maybe you need to go to Harvard. There are a lot of people that want to go to Harvard. There are a lot of people that want to study African American literature at Harvard. There are competitors. So just see it as being in your control. Because if it's not in your control, then there's nothing you can do about it. Then you need to let it go. But this is not the type of thing that you want to let go. This is the type of thing that you want to fight for. And never forget that. It's literally in your control. And yeah, wish me luck. I wish you luck. And I'll be rewatching this video tomorrow to see how it went. See you later.